Hi, this is Mike Regan with Transact's 2-Minute Warning for the week of June 10th. In this week's 2-Minute Warning, we're looking at the Weight and Inspection Certificate as an example of how carriers are using data. If you've been watching these 2-minute warnings for any length of time, you'll know that one of the things that we keep bringing up is the fact that the carriers have great data and they're using this data to make pricing decisions. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I gave a talk and I brought this point up, and afterwards a gentleman came up and said, "Can you give me an example of how this data is coming into play?" I said, "Sure I can." Look no further than what the LTL carriers are doing with the increasing number of weight and inspection certificates that they're issuing to shippers. Now, for those of you who aren't aware of what a W&I certificate's all about, it's basically an LTL carrier's way of saying that there's a discrepancy between what you're showing on the bill of lading is being shipped and what's actually being loaded onto the trailer. Now, a couple of months ago, I had an LTL executive tell me, "Mike, we're seeing about 39% of the shipments being tendered to us have weight discrepancies. And 99% of those discrepancies involve the case where the bill of lading is showing less weight being shipped than what is actually loaded onto that trailer. In essence, we're being asked to ship things for free, and we can't continue to do that. And that's why I've jokingly said to some folks that in 2019, I ought to deem it the year of the weight and inspection certificate. Now, here are a couple of points that you need to keep in mind. If you continue to issue bills of lading that have errors, you're inviting the carriers to create those weight and inspection certificates. And they're not going to simply stop with the weight. They're also going to look at the dimensions. And where that comes into play is we had a carrier come to us a couple of months ago and say we're seeing a significant discrepancy in the density of the product that's being shipped by this particular shipper. And when we brought that to the shipper's attention, they said, "How could that be? We've been shipping the same product for 50 years. We walked into the warehouse, saw that on their pallets, about 25% of them had overhang. And the carriers with their dimensionalizers are able to pick that stuff up. Now, there are some things that you can do, but at the top of the list begins with weigh the freight that you're putting onto the trailer so you'll know the actual weight instead of relying on outdated product masters and other things to calculate a weight. And if you can get the size of the shipment, that's even better. Now, we can also encourage you to take a look at our rapid assessment product that we've been conducting for shippers. And one of the reasons this is so valuable is because we can identify areas that could potentially cause huge discrepancies for you, and we can help you eliminate the surprises. Now, if you're interested in learning more about that rapid assessment product, simply give us a call or send us an email. Because with each and every 2-minute warning, we're here to remind you we are on your team, we're here to help, and we're passionate about seeing you be successful. Thanks for your time.